into what you're supposed to do as a black African in Africa. Caribbeans are coming very, 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 very soon. I can tell you, between now and March 2024, you will see a lot of Caribbeans in Africa, especially in Sierra Leone here. I heard that a lot of them are in Ghana. Very good. By the time I go to Ghana, I'm going to see some of them and I will bring them to this channel. When they come to Sierra Leone, I'll bring them to this channel and you are going to see. We are going to talk about their investments, what they are investing in their route, because this is their route. My name is Yomi Adu. This channel is all about travels and also about business. We talk about business week in, week out. We also talk about travels. When I say business, of course, the trading of buying and selling. Everybody wants to make money. Everybody needs money. So that is why you have to make money. And you know, people do different side hustles. So that is why we opened this channel, this travels and tour channel for you. In the video today, I want to address an issue that is very, very important, especially to we that are blacks, to the blacks. Whether you are from Africa, or you're from the Caribbean, or you are from Australia, the people they call the Aborigines, the black people of Australia, you are a black person. Your continent is here in Africa. I have a message for you today. Now, what we want to do today is to sensitize us, we that are blacks, to sensitize us so that we will know that this continent called Africa is our space. And this our space, we must manage it by ourselves. We must control it by ourselves. Now, I am not a racist, no. Far from it. I embrace other races, whether you are white or red or whatever. I embrace you and I love you all. But as I said, this is for those of us who are blacks, especially blacks in the diaspora. You are a black man, you are not in Africa, you live in America, in Canada, in UK, in New Zealand, Australia, wherever you are. This particular video is for you, and I will want you to do me a favor. I want you to share this video with your friends, with your family members, anybody, any black that you know that lives in the diaspora. I want you to share this video with him or her. Yes, guys, good life is what everybody desires. Whether you are white, black, red, or whatever, we all desire good life. I come to think of it. Why are blacks, why are they moving to Europe? Why are blacks moving to Canada? To the West generally. Yes, for good life. Yes, for good life. All right. I don't want to go into history of any kind, but we know that the reason why blacks migrate in mass to Europe, to the West, is because of good life. They want a better life for themselves. Everybody needs that. Yes, we call it greener pasture. So some people will leave Africa, they'll migrate to the Europe because of good life, or what is also called greener pasture. But of late, of recent, especially after the pandemic in 2020, have you been hearing what most immigrants, have you been hearing what they are saying about their newfound love, about the countries where they stay? A lot of them are going back to their, countries, to their continents, a lot of them are going back. In Canada, are you there in UK? Are you there in America and you're a black person, either a Caribbean or an African? You are not thinking of coming back to Africa, your continent. Let me tell you, you are making a grave mistake. You are making a very big mistake. Now, when I say coming back, it has to be strategic. It's not as if you just wake up one day, carry your bags and your luggage and say, oh, I'm going back to Africa. No, that is not what I'm saying. You have to do it technically, strategically. You have to do it with a lot of plans. So, if you are not planning to come back to Africa, you are making a very big mistake. You need to come back to Africa because this is your roots. This is where you belong. And if you check the statistics of the world, Africa has a lot of resources, both natural and manpower. We have resources, we have a lot of intellectuals in Africa, and the land that God has blessed us with is a very, very fertile ground or fertile land. You need to come back. If you are not coming back, if you are not even, if it is not even in your plan, I tell you, you are missing out. The best thing you can do to yourself, to your children, to your children, to your generation as a black person is to retrace your steps back to Africa and do something here. Do something here. It doesn't matter the kind of investments you have in all these countries we are talking about, in Europe, in Canada. It doesn't matter. If you don't have anything here in Africa, I tell you, you have not started anything yet. You have not started anything yet. And I want to make it very broad. Let's say you are a Nigerian, for instance. It is not a must. Let me repeat that. If you are a Nigerian, as an example, it is not a must for you to put all your establishments in Nigeria. If you are a Sierra Leonean, it is not a must for you to put all your investments in Sierra Leone. Now, what am I saying? As a Nigerian, don't forget, Africa, as big as it is, with all the 54 countries in Africa, this is your space. All you need to do is to do a research very, very well and know which of the countries in Africa that you should put your investment. Go and work in the Middle East. Go to Dubai, go to Qatar, go to Kuwait, go to all these places, make the money, but don't forget, bring the money back to your roots, which is Africa, and establish the money. Establish here. There are a lot of things that you can do. You can decide to go into production. I tell you, Africa is rich. Africa is rich, but it requires somebody who is richer in the mind to bring out the riches in the continent of Africa. And I can assure you, you as an African, you are a rich person. You are rich in the mind and financially you are also rich. But if you feel the money is not enough, I mean the capital to establish, if it is not enough, that is the reason why you are going to Europe. That's the reason why you are going to America. I am not against it, it is very good. But what I am against is you making all the money and sitting down over there, relaxing. You can even talk to some people, they will tell you, oh, that goddamn continent, that goddamn country, I don't want to go back there. Why are you saying that? A white person will never tell you that he or she will not go back to his country. No, they will always go back. So what's the problem with us blacks? We don't want to come back to our roots. In the subsequent videos that I'm going to be making, I will start going into how much you need or what is going to cost you if you want to establish maybe in Sierra Leone, in Ghana, in Rwanda, in Botswana. I will go into the details, you know, in my subsequent videos. So I want you to share this video among your friends. Anyone that you know that is a black person, I want you to tag the person to this video, because this video is for all of us. You are a black person, it is for you. I am a black man, it is for me. We need to tag our people. All our black people, we need to tag them because they need to hear this and do something. You can decide to go into agriculture. Africa is rich. You can go into animal husbandry. You can go into crop production. You can go into both. Africa is rich. You can go into education, establish schools, especially vocational schools. Vocational schools. A place like Sierra Leone, we need vocational schools. We have 1 or 2 vocational schools on ground, but we need more. We need more. It is not everybody that will go to the university, but we need vocational schools. These are the things that we need to sensitize our people to. So once we sensitize our people, it will surely be the best. It will surely be the best. And if we do this, it means we are laying the foundation for our tomorrow. Because once we do this and we do it well, I tell you, our children, they are going to benefit immensely from whatever foundation we are going to lay now. They are going to benefit immensely from it. So that is why I want you guys to put it in your mind. We are moving into a new year 2024. We are moving into a new year 2024. I want you to put that in your program. Let it be part of your plans. Don't say you are in America, you are not coming to Africa again. No, that is very wrong. You have to put it in your plan. You have to plan towards it. And I know as you are planning towards it, you will achieve it. Because once you have it in your mind, someone like me, someone like this, this channel is sensitizing you into what you're supposed to do as a black African in Africa. Caribbeans are coming very, 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 very soon. I can tell you, between now and March 2024, you will see a lot of Caribbeans in Africa, especially in Sierra Leone here. I heard that a lot of them are in Ghana. Very good. By the time I go to Ghana, I'm going to see some of them and I will bring them to this channel. When they come to Sierra Leone, I'll bring them to this channel and you are going to see. We are going to talk about their investments, what they are investing in their root, because this is their root. If you're a black man, this is your root. And you should see the whole of Africa as one nation. Even though we have 54 different countries, but you should see it as one nation. As a Nigerian, I can wake up, do my research and say, oh, I want to go and establish in Botswana. Botswana is not in Europe. Botswana is here in Africa. So it is my country. It is my continent. And also, we have been advocating for a borderless African nation. We are coming into that very shortly also. A borderless African nation. Do you know that if you are an European and your country happens to be among the 27 Schengen nations, you don't need any passport. Take for instance, maybe you are a German. A German doesn't need any passport to go to France. Africa is coming to that. That means Europe has no borders. That is why as an African, even if they give you Schengen visa, maybe Italy Schengen visa, you can use that same visa to travel among 27 countries in Europe. That is Schengen visa. We need something similar in Africa, so that I, as a Nigerian, I can go to South Africa without any visa. Without any visa. All I need to do is to buy my ticket and go down there. And some of you over there, blacks, you know how to do this. You know how to talk to the government. Some of you are close to the president and leaders here in Africa, and you are still there in Europe. Why not come back home? Tell our leaders, tell our presidents, sensitize them. If they don't know, teach them. Once they see it, then we can come together. Kudos to Paul Kagame, the president of Rwanda. You know what this man did recently? He said, if you are an African, you don't need any passport to come, you don't need any visa, to come to his country. Do you see what we're talking about? That man doesn't want his country, Rwanda, to have a border. That is what we want. We don't want Africa with borders. We want Africa without borders. We want the nations. We want Africa. So far you're an African, you should be, as a Sierra Leonean, you should be able to say, oh, I'm going to Kenya tomorrow. All you need is your ticket. Buy ticket. You don't need visa. Yes, I know. Yes, Sierra Leoneans don't need visas to Kenya. But what about a Sierra Leonean saying he wants to go to Egypt? You need a visa. It's supposed not to be so. Egypt is part of Africa, it's an African country. So as an African, we should be able to move within the African states without visa. That is Africa without border. We are going into that. Some of you out there, you can do it. So guys, if you have enjoyed this video, I want you to encourage me. Press the like, button. If you are yet to subscribe, click on the subscribe button. Ring that bell beside it, the notification bell, and also share this video with friends. Write comments. Let some people read your comments, and I'm sure they will be happy. So till I come your way again, I remain ever sincerely yours, Yomi Adu. Keep watching Aero Hub Travels and Tours YouTube channel.